Dan Vapid and The Cheat's very good album called Dan Vapid and The Cheats was released first in 2012, which came on 80 copies blue, 80 copies red, 40 copies of speckled splattery vinyl. It's since been re-released on Eccentric Pop Records, which came on 100 copies red and black record, 200 copies white with splatter record, and 300 copies clear record vinyl wax. Now there's an interesting vocabulary about this album, but if you take one of the original copies and one of the re-release copies, compare them to each other, you'll see that one of them has at least 1 million more.
Hello Nucleus, this is Dan Vapid and The Cheat's debut album, Dan Vapid and The Cheats, and I made a little bit of a video for a few years ago, but seeing as it's been repressed now on Eccentric Pop Records, I've decided to re-review this to see how it shows up. And also, because this is my 100th Laughing Julabard video. 100! Flippin' heck, can you believe it? So a bit of a background on this. Initially, the first time I heard about Dan Vapid and The Cheats was when this 7-inch came out on Mormons Records all those years ago, which is a split with the Jetty Boys. But it has 2 songs from each band. This introduced me to Dan Vapid and The Cheats, who of course I'd only heard previously with Screeching Weasel, etc. But this being his fully fronted band with his name on it. So after listening to that 7-inch as soon as I flippin' could, as soon as this little album came out on Torture Chamber Records, I was straight down the shops. I pulled my pants down and I was begging. I was gagging for it, and I went online and I ordered it from the Dan Vapid and The Cheats website. And here's a funny story, it didn't arrive. Maybe 2 months later I followed it up online and I said, "Where's my order? It hasn't come." And Dan replied and said, "Oh, I'm ever so sorry, it's been returned. It got lost in the mail and returned." And I said, "Well, if it's been returned, maybe you could just sign it for me and send it to me again." So he did. How nice. So eventually I got it after everyone else on bloody earth. Do you know what I mean? I eventually got it. But the benefit of that is that I got it signed. So on the front here we have the 4 people from the band. We have Mary Danger, Dan Vapid, Creosote Jim, and Cardinal Jestervoog, which is quite a strange name as far as names go. This is Dan Vapid and The Cheats, and here in the background a stylized kind of news piece, article, clippings, design. And let's take a look at the reverse of the sleeve. So here we can see that it has a side A and a side B. Phew! One of my friends, in fact my friends and my mother, recently got a record and it had 3 sides. I'm not sure how that worked, but it did. So here we have side A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks. Whoa, that's really great value, mate. And side B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tracks. Whoa, that's stinking good value, mate. That's loads of tracks, loads of bloody tracks. And also, to be honest, this is the best Dan Vapid and The Cheat songs. This is better than these. It's better than these. It's better than these. It's better than the stuff on their mini album, the split, the Twilight Zone split. It's better. This is Dan Vapid and Cheats. If you really want to check out Dan Vapid and Cheats, and you really want to go to the top, you really want to climb to the top of the mountain and hear the peak of their musical existence, this is it. All the tracks on this, killer, mate, bloody killer. Torture Chamber, Baby Baby Get Over Yourself, and my very good song, my very favourite song on this, which I'm going to show you about here, is Beware of the Fog. I love this song. The second I heard it I was like, whoa, This is some kind of pop-punk heaven right here, mate. And I thought one day, in a few years, when I'm re-reviewing this for my 100th review, I'm going to celebrate by listening to it and sniffing a bag of frozen peas. Because I don't know about you, but I like to celebrate with frozen peas, as we all might. So I'm going to take a little look inside after having a cursory sniff. Oh, a wooden elephant ornament, the kind of thing that you might see in The Man with the Golden Gun when that little kid sells one to the Texas sheriff. One more second. No, that's the only smell that comes with this release, other than the smell of high quality music. Cheesy as hell. Let's have a look. Ooh, look, there's no insert, because all you need to know is on the back here. Come on, get a grip, love. Look at this. All these song names. That's who it's by. All the information you could flipping need. Great. Let's have a look at the record. Oh, it smells plasticky. Great. Save the world. Don't buy plastic. Don't buy records. Okay? No, I'm not up for that kind of thing. So this is the speckled version, which originally came out 8 or so years ago. Speckly, of which there was 40 copies. That's great, isn't it? And on one side here, you can see what it says, Dan Vapid and Cheats, side B. But conversely, I'll always remember this about this album. On the other side, side A. I'm going to give it a listening to, because I haven't heard it for about 2 or 3 days. What a side! And I can tell you right now that side A is the best side on the album, because it has Beware of the Fog, which is, as I've already said, because if you're a little bit of a dimbo and you can't remember things, it's the best song on the freaking album. But I'm going to listen to side B as well, just to prove to you good people that it's bloody good and a little bit sexy. Yeah. Let's check out side B. Now. Side, and side B is as strong as most people's good whole albums. Side B on this is tremendous, not a weak song on there. My favourite song on side B is In a Heartbeat. I like it a lot. And also Girl Group. I love Girl Group. It might sound like a bit of a poncy name, but it has a bit of a throwback sound, a bit of a 1950s sound. You digging me? You're coming back in time with me? We're going to go and check it out with our rugs and our bugs. Do you know what I mean? I don't. But I got my peas, because that's how I celebrate things after about 100 episodes. You checking me out? Good. So should you go out and get Dan Vapid and The Cheat's album? Yes, you should. Go and get the reissue, which has come out on Eccentric Pop Records, which is fairly available right now, although I hear they're selling out fast. There's 600 copies, I think, on different colour vinyl out there, so they're fairly available. Enjoy the album, and welcome to Christmas later on, welcome to Easter later on, and welcome to my birthday, where I'll be turning 86. Not this year, but in a later year. So thank you very much for watching, and please go out of your way to enjoy Dan Vapid and The Cheat's first album, which is simply called Dan Vapid and The Cheats, or some people might refer to it as Dan Vapid and The Cheats 1, because of course the second album is 2 and the third album is 3. So you could call this Dan Vapid and The Cheats 1, and I do know that it's the one for me. The perfect album to look back at again after all these episodes, because it is one of the albums that really stand out. This is, I think, you know what? After all of these flipping Ramones albums, after all this stuff over all the years throughout the history, disregarding the Ramones, this is my favourite pop punk album. I'm going to freaking say it. This is my very favourite pop punk album. I flipping love it a lot, and you should go and listen to it. If I had to give this a rating out of many, I'd give it at least 17 out of many. And that, it's not even a low 17, it's a high 17. So if you enjoy that kind of number, you'll enjoy this kind of album. So I'll see you next week, and let's hope that buzzards don't fly too high, because even buzzards need to adhere to the laws of physics, and where the air gets thinner, they're sort of grabbing onto less with their wings, and they're having to struggle more and more as they get higher. They're just not going to make it. They can't make it into the stratosphere anyway like that. They'll just plunge, die. No. Anyway, that's buzzards for you when they're going high. Bye.
Thank you ever so much for watching my very good video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Very Good channel and come back next week for another very good video. A video to watch. Now, it's a good video.